Luke 10:41 and 42. And Jesus answered and said to her, Martha, Martha, you are worried and troubled about many things. But one thing is needed, and Mary has chosen that good part, which will not be taken away from her. When I lived in Cambodia, there was a bloody coup which took place in July of 1997. After having been able to get in touch with the American Embassy, we found out what we needed to do to be able to leave the country, with the plan of going to neighboring Thailand. Well, thankfully, the fighting had moved to the northeast of the capital, Phnom Penh. Some challenges needed to be dealt with, namely, what to put in that suitcase. While there was an expectation of returning, it was not guaranteed. The last time something like this had even closely happened, the Khmer Rouge had taken over the country. It became real important, real fast, to choose what is important. Clothing, some books and photos, the laptop were items I would take in my suitcase. These were deemed important. The rest stayed behind. Now, there were two sisters, Mary and Martha, and they lived in a village called Bethany, not far from Jerusalem. We know Jesus loved to visit this family, which included their brother Lazarus. In the visit scene here in Luke 10, these two sisters are brought into contrasting views. I imagine there were a number of guests present, as they all wanted to be close to Jesus. Martha, concerned about the comfort and care of her guests, was busy rushing here and there in her house. I can see her possibly muttering under her breath that she had not anticipated such a large number of people to host. How great it would be to have some help was probably the foremost thought in her mind. The second, where's Mary? In her rush, I can see her catching a glimpse of Mary sitting at Jesus' feet, drinking in every word being said. The indication from the text almost makes it seem as if Martha had hinted to Mary that she needed to come and help, but she only ignored her sister's requests. Exasperated, Martha approached Jesus. Don't you care that Mary has left me to do all of this by myself? Jesus' answer reveals that there are indeed things in life which are truly important, while other things are not. In this case, Martha had prioritized the wrong thing. While being a good host was important, in this case, God Himself was sitting in Martha's living room. Now, I don't know about you, but if Jesus was sitting literally in my living room, I know I would have been hard-pressed to not have bombarded Him with question after question, to have listened with eagerness to the answers. Just have Him sitting there would have been such a blessing. For Mary, this was the case. For Martha, the cares of this world had gotten in the way. And how often is that true of our walk with Jesus? We get up, too late to pray, got to get to work, lunchtime, too rushed with lunch, Lord, we'll talk later. Evening time, Lord, it's been a long day. You understand. I'm just too tired. We'll chat tomorrow, okay? Sadly, this is the routine of far too many honest-hearted people. Instead of choosing to prioritize time with Jesus, time gets prioritized on that which doesn't really matter. I pray you will always choose Christ. Till next week, Maranatha.